Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to discuss the example for continuous random variable. Kindly refers to the question. The probability density function of a continuous random variable x is denoted as the fx. So my suggestion would be illustrate the situation in a real number line. So notice that we have the function start from 0 until 1. So let's say here we have the 0 and then here we have 1. So the function will be x. Next we have 1 until 2. So the function will be 2 minus x. Otherwise will be function 0. Kindly refers to the question, shows that x is a continuous random variable. So meaning that we have to sum up the situation, start from negative infinity until infinity for the function fx with respect to x and then equals to 1. So let's begin. So integrate, start from 0 until 1 for the function x dx. Plus the second function, start from 1 until 2 for the function 2 minus x dx. Continue, integrate the situation given. So here we have x squared, bracket, we have 1 over 2 and then 1, 0. Plus we have 2 minus x, bracket, square, over the negative 2, bracket, we have 2 and 1. Kindly substitute the situation. We have 1 over 2, bracket, we have 1 minus the 0. Minus, we have 1 over 2, bracket, if we substitute 2 and we will have 0, minus, if we substitute 1 and we will have 1. So from here, we notice that we have 1 over 2 minus, we have 1 over 2, bracket, negative 1. So in total, we will have 1. So meaning that we already show the situation. Meaning that x is a continuous random variable. Kindly refers to B. Find the probability that x is less than and equals to 1.5. So based on the situation, where is the location of 1.5? It is over here. So question asks us to find the probability. So meaning that integrate, start from 0 until 1 for the function x dx. Plus start from 1 until 1.5 for the function 2 minus x dx. So what we have to do is to integrate the situation. So here we have the x squared, bracket. Here we have 1 over 2, function 1 until 0. Continue, negative 1 over 2, bracket. We have 2 minus x, bracket, square, bracket, 1.5 and 1. Kindly substitute the situation. We have 1 over 2, bracket, 1 minus 0. Minus 1 over 2, we have bracket. If we substitute 1.5, then we will have 1 over 4 minus. If we substitute 1, then we will have 1. So from here, we have 1 over 2 minus 1 over 2, bracket, we have negative 3 over 4. Then based on the situation in here, we have 1 over 2 plus we have 3 over 8. By referring to the calculator, then we will have 7 over 8. So that will be the probability when x is less than or equals to 1.5, 7 over 8. Continue. Next, find the median. So where is the median? So for this case, the median would be Fm equals to 0.5. So let's begin. Integrate, start from 0 until m for the function x dx, which is equals to 1 over 2 because of 0.5. So here we have x squared, bracket. Here we have 1 over 2, bracket. So m and 0 equals to 1 over 2. Then m squared minus 0 equals to 1. Rewrite the situation. M squared minus 1 equals to 0. So m minus 1, m plus 1. M is equals to 1, m is equals to negative 1. By referring to the real number line, the answer would be 0 until 2. So in here, we notice that this is out of the range. So the median would be m, which is equals to 1. Next, sketch the graph for the function fx. So notice that here we have a linear graph. Here also we have a linear graph. So based on the situation 0 until 1, let's say here we have the 0. So here we have the x and then here we have the fx. If we substitute 0, and we will have 0. Then here we have 1. Then here we have 2. If we substitute 1, then we will have 1. So that is the graph for 0 until 1. Continue. If we substitute 1 into the second function, 2 minus x, then we will have 1 as well. Then if we substitute 2, then we will obtain 0. So the graph will be something like this. So the situation will be y, which is equals to 2 minus x. And then for this one, we have y, which is equals to x. So that is the graph for fx. Next is to find mode. In order to find mode, what we have to do is to refer to the graph for the PDF, or we can say the smaller f. So based on the situation, where is the highest probability? So based on this part, here will be the highest probability. So meaning that the mode would be x is equals to 1. Next is to find the mean. Integrate, start from 0 until 1. Multiply the situation with the x. So here we have the x squared dx. Plus, integrate, start from 1 until 2. Multiply the situation and we will have 2x minus x squared respect to x. Next is to integrate x to the power of 3, bracket, we have 1 over 3, bracket 1, 0. Plus, we have x squared minus x to the power of 3 over the 3, bracket, we have the 2 and the 1. Continue the situation. So if we substitute, we will have 1 over 3, bracket 1 minus the 0, plus, bracket. So if we substitute the 2, then we will have 4 over 3, minus, if we substitute 1, then we will have 2 over the 3. So kindly simplify the situation. So we have 1 over 3, plus we have 2 over the 3. So based on this part, the EX, or the expected value, or the mean, will be equals to 1. Next is to find the variance. So in order to find the variance, what we have to do is to find the E bracket x squared. So based on the formula, negative infinity until infinity, we have the x squared multiplied with the function fx, then respect to x. So let's begin. E x squared, where we have integrate, start from 0 until 1. Multiply the function with the x squared, so here we will have to the power of 3. Plus, start from 1 until 2. Multiply with the x squared, so 2x squared minus x to the power of 3 respect to x. Kindly integrate the situation. So here we have x to the power of 4, bracket, 1 over 4, 1, 0. Plus, we have 2x to the power of 3 over the 3 minus x to the power of 4 over the 4, bracket, we have the 2 and 1. 1 over 4, bracket, we have 1 minus the 0. Plus, bracket, so if we substitute the 2, then we will have 4 over the 3. Minus, if we substitute the 1, then we will have 5 over the 12. So rewrite the situation. We have 1 over 4 plus, bracket, multiply this part with the 4. Then we will have 16 minus the 5. Then we will have 11 over the 12. Then if we sum up the situation, then we will have the E bracket x squared, which is equals to 7 over 6. Next, in order to find the variance, we have to substitute into the formula 7 over 6 minus, where we have 1 square. So the answer will be 1 over 6 for the variance. Next, kindly refers to H. We have E bracket 5x minus the 2. Kindly refers to the properties. We have 5EX plus E bracket negative 2. So we have 5 multiplied with the EX minus with the 2. Kindly substitute the EX where we have 1. So 5 minus the 2. E bracket 5x minus the 2 where we have 3. Next, construct the cumulative distribution function. So now we are going to find the CDF. So here we got 4 parts, A, B, C, and also the D. So regarding the part A, where we have the situation t which is less than 0, comma. So let's begin. Integrate, start from negative infinity until the t, where the function 0 dx. So in here we have 0, so the ft where we have 0. Second part, we have the part B. So in here we have the situation x is greater equals to 0 and less than 1. So integrate, start from negative infinity until 0, function 0 dx. Plus integrate, start from 0 until t for the function x dx. So kindly refers to the situation. If we substitute 0 in here, so we will have 0. And then plus, we have the x square bracket 1 over 2 bracket, we have t and 0. So if we simplify the situation and we notice that we have, so here we will have 1 over 2 t squared minus the 0. If we simplify, we have the ft, which is equals to t squared over the 2. So that is the B. Continue. Follow with the C. T, which is greater than equals to 1 and less than 2. So for the function, we have integrate, start from negative infinity until 0, function 0 dx, plus integrate, start from 0 until 1 for the function x dx, plus integrate, start from 1 until t for the function 2 minus x dx. By referring to the situation in here, actually we can sum the situation, which is 1, into this part. So we can say that if we substitute 1, and we will have 1 over 2. Plus, we have to integrate this part. So we will have 2 minus x bracket square. Bracket, we have negative 1 over 2. Then here we will have t and then 1. So kindly simplify or substitute the situation. So here we have 1 over 2 minus, we have 1 over 2 bracket. If we substitute t, and we will have 2 minus the t bracket square. If we substitute the 1, then we will have 1. Kindly simplify the situation. 1 over 2 minus, we have 1 over 2 bracket. If we expand, we have 2 minus t bracket square. And then continue. If we multiply, and we will have plus 1 over 2. Finally, the ft will be equals to 1 minus, we have 2 minus the t bracket square over the 2. So for the part D, we have the situation t, which is greater and equals to 2. So from here, we can substitute f2 plus integrate, start from the 2 until the t for the function 0 dx. So remember, if we substitute f2 into this part, so we will have 1 minus bracket 2 minus the 2 bracket square over the 2, and then plus with this part, and we will have 0. So as a conclusion, the ft will be equals to 1. So rewrite the cumulative distribution function. So first, we have the fx, where we have 0. For the second part, we have x squared over the 2. Then for the third part, we have this part, where we have 1 minus bracket 2 minus the x bracket square over the 2. Finally, we have 1. So that would be the CDF. Next will be the domain. Refers to the domain where we have x less than 0. Second part, x greater equals to 0 and less than 1. Third part, x we have greater equals to 1 and less than 2. Finally, we have greater and equals to 2. So that will be the cumulative distribution function.